Hello everybody, welcome to another WorldBox video. Today we are going to have some demigods fight these giants over here. So let's go ahead and give them their traits. So the demigods, I'm going to be giving Immortal, Healing Aura, Lucky, Genius, Blessing of course, and I am also going to give them Super Health. So that is a lot of Immortals, a lot of Super Health. Those guys are super strong. Now I'm also not going to give the giants only one trait, okay? I'm going to make certain these giants do very well. I'm going to give them strong. They're going to get giant. And yeah, just strong and giant is good. Both of those traits are very, very strong, and I think they can go far with those. So let's see what happens. Also, these are going to be water canals right up here and right down here. So they are going to be able to trade before I open the walls up, and they might even be able to encroach on each other's area. Let's see what happens. So far, the giants' population has expanded more overall, but the demigods' population has been catching up super fast. And it seems they want to declare war on the giants, and I'm not certain how they think they're going to do that. Actually, I should say the giants want to declare war on the demigods, but I'm not seeing any capability of that. I'm wondering why they even try that, because every other time I've tried this, it takes them a long time to declare war even after I open it up. Oh, and it looks like this guy has got a bow, actually. Doesn't look like there are many bows in the mix, but that just means the demigods are automatically going to do well in this fight, because these guys can't fight back and they can shoot over the wall. Look at that. They've got a couple bows and they're just shooting these guys down. Why would the giants declare this war? That was just stupid. Like, at least have your own bows first if you're gonna do that. These guys are getting absolutely hammered every time they walk past, and they are actually killing people. I think this is going to give the demigods a huge advantage later on, because their soldiers are actually doing something when normally they wouldn't be. Look, they destroyed this village over here. It's gone. They beat it up. Okay, I'm gonna force these two kingdoms to make peace. I've been watching this for 50 in-game years, and neither of them are expanding their kingdom anymore. This is stupid. Let's not do that anymore. Oh, look at that. And they instantly plant down 3 new villages here and 2 new villages over here. So wars do stop them from expanding. They spend all their resources on troops instead of expansion, even though these guys can't really attack each other. Oh, look at that. The demigods actually have a ship now. Good for them. Doesn't look like they're using it for anything. They could take over some of the giant space. They could trade with the giants. They're not doing that. Okay, there we go. The giants declared war on the demigods again, but this time the demigods have a ship, and all these soldiers are going to that ship right over there, and they're going to get placed down into giant land. Let's see what happens this time. And it looks like the giants are getting shot across the border again, and their people are getting terrorized. Meanwhile, the giants have not developed bows of their own, and it looks like some of their people are succumbing to hunger. And that might be because these farmers over here are getting killed. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we got boots on the ground. The demigods have placed some soldiers in here. Now, I don't think they're going to completely take over their land or anything, but they are definitely doing some damage over here. This is a pretty large army, especially if they've got any of the guys with absurd amounts of health in here. They are going to be able to do a lot of damage. The giants just need to send some people in though and repel the attack. They've definitely got enough people to. They just need to decide to. They are deciding to send their troops to their own boat, which happens to send their troops right in the direction of the other guy's troops. And so they're gonna fight, but they want to get on a boat and go over and fight the demigods. Honestly though, I think the demigods are going to win this whole game. They got the first blood, they're shooting them over the wall, and the giants are just being overly aggressive for no reason. They are taking their land back. They obviously have more people over here, right? Like, that is happening. And it doesn't look like they had any of the guys with absurd amounts of health in that army. Otherwise, we would still be seeing them fight. It would probably take them a whole 5 minutes in real life on supersonic speed to kill him, but that is just not happening. They just dropped off more troops, and they actually destroyed their port over here and their second port down here. So the giants have no way to get over to their land, but the demigods have a way to go over and attack the giants. Remember, the giants started this war. That's why this arrow is going in this direction. They could cause all of this to stop, but they are the ones getting hammered right now and losing part of their villages. But just look at this. These guys are just sitting here. There's a couple hundred strong, and I'm not really seeing any archers or anything. If they just had a couple archers, they could just shoot down the ports from over here. But no, they're not even developing simple bows. At least not up there on that army. This army down here has it. Interesting. Maybe they stole them from the demigods. Oh, that is definitely one of them. That has got to be, yep, look at him. He's got the super health. This is one of those guys I blessed on up. Now, Now, he is in a bad spot where he's at now, but he is super strong. And let's see this guy. That is another one with the super health. So we got two of the guys with the super health over here, and it looks like they're actually fairly well equipped for being this early on in the game. This guy's even got a bow and full bronze armor, but this is a couple hundred people fighting them. So they're going to take off a couple of their very strongest guys right now. They're just pelting them with arrows, and they're just getting tossed around. That's just how much health these guys have. They killed that one. He actually died, and it's a lot easier to kill them if you're using arrows on them, but that guy got pelted to crap. And it seems they die instantly if they go off the map. That seems to be the strategy here for killing those guys. Those guys are not easy to kill though. If you're fighting them on one-on-one combat, it is quite literally impossible for one of these blue guys to win in one-on-one combat. But when they fight 500 to 1, they got a chance then. Giants are still doing better on population, but I don't think they will be for long. The demigods have been catching up for a while now, and they have more land claimed on their own side. Plus, they've been destroying some of this side over here. Look at this. This has got to be another super health guy, and he is hurt so badly. This guy must have been getting hammered for a while now, and I'm surprised he's even making it back to land. But he can kind of just sit out there and just keep getting attacked and be perfectly fine. Meanwhile, he's killing more guys out here of starvation than him dying. I think he killed a good 30 people there just by starving them to death as they tried to attack him there. And this is obviously another one with the super health over here. And let's see him. He's still got 8,000 health left. This guy does not have as good gear as those other dudes did. And this guy's got some really good traits. You know, he's got his healing aura and all this other stuff. But they are losing a lot of these guys really quickly. Those were kind of the ace in their pocket, and they've just sent them in here willy-nilly instead of sending them in here with a good group. And that's obviously another one of them. And they don't just have an infinite amount of these. They have 10 of these. Super health does not pass on. Immortality does not pass on. Blessing generally does not pass on. So maybe this war was a good idea for the Giants just so they could kill these guys with these super good traits, build back up their land, and then go after them again. They aren't going to have as strong an ace in their sleeve anymore. They lost over half of their guys with the super good traits to that. Over half of their demigods are dead. Or I should say at least going to be dead. Let's speed this up again. This is getting boring. I want to see something actually happen. These idiots are just shooting each other over the darn wall. And these idiots just keep sending in their guys with the super health buff and losing them because they get pushed off the map. Meanwhile, these guys are being idiots because they're all starving to death. Looks like the yellow guys just once again sent in a decently sized army. And this time it looks like it's going to do some damage, but really not that much. All they're doing is making certain this area can't be inhabited, which, hey, might be a winning strategy, but these guys got all this land down here they could inhabit that they don't even decide they want to. Obviously, another guy up there who is a demigod, and he's dead. These guys just aren't making it very far. That is a lot of troops going into that ship. That is a ton of troops going into that ship. Okay, well, use it for something if you're gonna put that many people on a ship. Okay, there you go. They've got a pretty decent sized army in there this time, and they're actually doing some very good damage to the group there. It looks like the Giants actually dispersed their army from just sitting along the water there. Oh, and there we go. Now, I'm gonna slow this down again. This actually is an important battle. They could even set up a colony over here probably because that is a ton of troops. And these guys are well equipped. This guy's got a steel spear. They're not just fighting with sticks over here. And these guys are just fighting with sticks over here. Not for any good reason, of course. So the demigods have a good tech up on the Giants. And now their population is actually way ahead too. They've been playing it well, just slowly bleeding the Giants out over time. And now they're going to make them pay. I wonder if we will see a conquest just by naval expansion. Haven't seen that happen on these trait battles before. They're doing a pretty good job taking over this top area. And I'd say, quite frankly, if they take over that area, they might not hold it. I'd bet the area gets taken back over and depopulated. But I think if they do that, they're going to win the whole thing. I think that's just going to be it for the Giants because they have no foothold over here. They haven't even taken over most of their own land. And now their land is getting taken over like crazy. And these guys are just flooding units in and they can't do anything. They don't have a port down here as far as I know. And they aren't even able to build one up here because of these archers just shooting the ports down. And they're controlling the water up here even. Now they've got a good strong foothold on this village and they're not even doing anything to take it back. Why aren't you guys actually using those soldiers? What's with you guys? Okay, I'll try to give the Giants some help here. I am going to add a little path right here between and I'll try and give them a hand because they just have not had a good chance so far. Now they have a chance to run right on in if they want to, but it looks like the demigods are still taking taking over their land up here. They're not really doing anything about it. Okay, they are taking this area back over here, but it looks like the whole thing's been depopulated already. And the demigods are trying to take over this village right here, and they might succeed. That looks like a pretty prominent village. They've even got like a town hall right there. That is not good. The giants are flooding in right here, but that doesn't mean they're going to be doing that for long. It looks like the demigods are sending some troops in from the top there, and they are going to intercept right now. Yep, looks like they're intercepting, and now they're just going to fight instead of these guys just pouring in. Meanwhile, the demigods are pouring in without much of a fight up here. Oh, but it looks like these guys are coming to fight. I think they're gonna take that area back, because that is a lot more troops from the giants there that are going into the demigods' little village they took over. But what's happening over here? I think this is a really important fight. Oh, really looks like it could be anyone's game. Oh, actually, the demigods got reinforcements, and meanwhile, the giants don't got reinforcements for a while. And now we got show a mountaineer army over here. Now we can see a whole bunch of 20 troops around here. We see a couple of 1s and 2s in there, but we're seeing 80 troops on each of these groups right here. These troops are massive. Do these guys have any big troop numbers left? They've got a couple left in the mainland, but these guys got them all in the fight over here, whereas they've just got, you know, these 20, 30 groups in here. Well, they got 180 group in there. Okay, they've got a sizable fight in there, but the giants have definitely got more troops in total than the demigods have, which I take it is because the demigods are just throwing them at the giants for a long time. Or maybe the giants are just warmongers, who knows? But the giants have way less overall population here, and we're starting to see the demigods foster some armies. We're just suddenly seeing 80, 70, 40, 50, 20, 30. That's a lot of people. Meanwhile, we look out in the outskirts over here, 30, 24, 18, 35, 1, 20. I'm gonna turn this guy back off. The giants should be winning for now, but the moment that those armies from the demigod get over there, the giants are going to be done for, I think. Although the giants do have just an absolute ton of archers, which will help them out a lot. Archers are really strong in this game. Oh, the demigods are taking over this land right here, right near the entrance. That is not good for the giants. Now, I do want to see if one of the demigods' king is one of the immortals. It should be one of the immortals, right? There we go. Yep, it is one of the immortals, and he's got 16,000 health, some steel gear. He's even got an amulet and a ring, and this guy is really hungry, which is weird for the king to be really hungry. I wonder if their nation is starving. That seemed to be a theme in this game, that just everyone's starving. This guy is well fed. He's on the front lines. That guy is not fed well, and he's on the front lines. Interesting. Looks like there might be some food scarcity going on in this game. Okay, the giants are definitely losing this, and by a wide margin now. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to find their king. Okay, he's right there. He's got golden tooth, wise, and he's a genius. And I didn't give him any of those traits because this guy is not immortal, and he's not been in this game for that long. But what I am going to do is I am going to give him a little helping hand. I'm going to give him back the power of the giants that they had before, make him strong, and I'm also going to give him a whole host of other really good traits. We'll give him healing aura, immortal, lucky. We'll also give him death nuke, super health, and we will make certain that he is energized, and we will make him blessed, and we also want to make him acid proof, fireproof, freeze proof, and we want to make him have acid touch. We'll also give him fast, and so this guy is just going to be extremely strong. Whenever this guy gets in a fight with other people, he is going to give them a really hard time. So let's put it on the smallest brush size. Okay, their king has that now, and now he just has a whole host of traits, an absolute absurd amount of traits, and those are all really good traits. So that's just me giving them a chance. Maybe their king can fight them off for a bit, and maybe if he doesn't, maybe he will nuke their whole army with his death. Oh, looks like the king is getting involved. He's going for a fight already, and you can just see how fast he is. I only have this on 5 times speed, and he just runs and he just whacks people. He's got a bow and a sword, it seems. He's actually doing a really good job fighting back here, and he's just sending in a small army, and he's doing a good job getting in there with just a small army. But now he's fighting this big army all on his own, and he's barely damaged. Hey, maybe he can take him, actually. Let's see what's happening elsewhere. Looks like they've fostered a decently sized army down here, and because all these guys are distracted up here with this super strong king I made, who I may say again is barely damaged from anything they've been doing to him, because they're all distracted up there, they're not sending in reinforcements down here, and now the giants are actually sending in reinforcements down here. So it looks like my assistance I gave them might have actually worked. And oh, you guys are not going to want to stack up on him like that. That guy is a ticking time bomb. I'm warning ya. Looks like they sent in some troops up here again as well. well. So they depopulated these little villages that were coming back to life up here. And they so far are just still winning. But the giants have definitely gained some ground back. And these guys are coming in now to help the king out. The king is still doing just fine, by the way. He's wearing full iron, so he's just doing fine. And now the giants are like, save the king! Wow, this might actually work out for them. He's just a giant decoy over there, I guess. Do remember, though, the demigods still do have at least a couple demigods left in there. The king, at least, is still one. He's got the super health buff and a whole bunch of other buffs. Not as many buffs as the king over here has, but yeah, they definitely still have a really strong guy as well. This guy's health is actually back up to 20,000, and that's because he's been leveling up off of fighting these guys. Do they even need to fight him, though? They killed off all the armies down in the south, and now it's just a couple guys juggling him up north, while the rest of the armies go in down south and take over all of the giants' land. I'm gonna turn this on super speed for a bit until we see something happening. Maybe we'll see either the demigods taking over a whole ton of land, maybe we'll see their king push in here. I don't know what will happen. The giants' king actually disengaged from the battle. He is just not involved in the battle anymore. He got disinvolved, and now he's just hiding in this house up here, and now they're getting attacked, so he's gonna need to get back in the fight. Let's turn the speed back down again. But they have been losing so much ground without him in the fight. He really was the thing keeping them all together. Where is their king? He should be easy to see because he's gigantic, but I'm just not seeing him. Did they choose someone else to be the king? I saw him for a second. No, you goofballs. You chose a completely different dude to be the king. That's why he disengaged from the fight. What's going on up here? The old king, he's still fighting. He's still at maximum health. He's doing such a good job, and you made him not the king anymore. Maybe he's just too out here. Maybe he just can't do his job because he's too engaged in the battle. But until this guy dies, this war will not end. And honestly, it looks like he's been picking off these guys who are attacking him. It used to be about 20 people, and now it's down to about 10. And he's getting in an attack every here and there. And look, he just killed one of them. He's actually making some ground against them. Meanwhile, the rest of the nation is just falling to shreds. And there's this puppet king installed here who's really stupid. Man, I lost track of our Giga Chad warrior. I forgot to star him, and I didn't think he'd stop being king. I found our Giga Chad warrior back. He's over here, engaged in battle. I must star him. There we go. Now we won't lose him again. Look at how many people are attacking him, and he's just still sitting here fine on 18,000 HP. Let's speed this up super fast again. Oh yeah, also, let's rename Bido from Bido to Giga Chad, and he's just still in the fight over here. Meanwhile, his friends are helping him from behind as these guys are all attacking him. He's doing a pretty good job at helping his nation out still. Looks like they almost are gonna recapture all of this land right here, but they've just been slowly losing ground this whole time and population. And look, this whole area just got depopulated, and even though they took back this land right here, they only gained like 20 population. That is just not going to win it for you in the long run. Wow, who's that? Wow, okay, what happened? Why is he... Wait, I did not notice this, but I gave 2 people the traits on accident. So I accidentally gave 2 of them it, and this guy was fat and stupid before, but now he is a Giga Chad warrior. We're gonna call him Giga Chad 2. There must have been like a kid in the house or something, and he turned into Giga Chad 2. I thought he changed his name or something, but no, he just has the same traits. I accidentally gave 2 of them it, and Giga Chad 2 is actually about to die. So, oh, he wasn't a kid, he's actually older. So we'll see him try and fight those guys off, but he does have death nuke, so we will see him if he died. Oh no, one died. Apparently there was a third one. I may have given a lot of people these traits on accident. This may be the reason the giants have survived so long. The giants are losing ground regardless, and it looks like one of the Giga Chads became king again. Oh, Giga Chad 2 joined the yellow army. Meanwhile, Giga Chad 1 became king again. He got his rightful spot back. Maybe he'll lead his nation back into the good times. Meanwhile, Giga Chad 2 is going to come to stop him, who's now back on the same side as him. Maybe I shouldn't have given these guys super health. All it really did was slow the game way down. Both the Giga Chads are on the Demigod team now. They were just like, screw this, let's join the winning team. Oh, and now it's over for the giants. They are so quickly losing ground. The Giga Chads, they were all they had. They were saving them. Uh-oh. The giants, they're losing so quickly now. They lost their super soldiers, and that was it for them. The super soldiers I gave them, even though I meant to give them only 1 super soldier and it turned into 3. They got captured, joined the enemy side, and now they're getting destroyed by their own super soldiers. Or at least I think they are. Where is Giga Chad 2? Follow on map. He's right over there. Where's Giga Chad 1? Locate on map. Around the same area, both of them are actually not in the fight at all. They are both leaders though. These giants are done for. That's 1,000 troops in there. The demigods have won, even though I tried to give them a little advantage later on so that they could have a fair chance. They just did not have it in the cards for them. They are done for. Now, if you liked this video, make certain to subscribe for more, as I do WorldBox videos almost daily.